Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to Virgo channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid. Roles could be reversed. Just interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also know on this channel and all my channels, I like to dive deep within the reading. So I do look at everything, but we take a lot more time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, and see how they play out as karmic themes to help you understand why a person's doing what they're doing. There's many different realities that play it at one time. Why would you choose to live a reality that keeps you in a place of disempowerment? Well, we don't. It's just we all have spiritual blockages. Spiritual blockages are a combination between astral energy and emotional energy. Held in the body as stress, it's what becomes our energy vibration. So the universe is always bringing us people, situations, and experiences to help heal us. So that's why I always like to look at the triggers and the spiritual blockages, because once you learn what you need to heal, you can change the entire dynamic of a connection, especially if it's a past life karmic mate. All right, anything of any importance or relevance to the channel you can find in the description box below. Know that, again, the readings have a therapy style to them. Just because, again, dealing with shadows, it's not just a yes or no. It's always a reason why. And you might say, well, why do I need to know the reason? Seeing your situation from a different perception helps you to stop ruminating, to stop being triggered, and allows you to then tap into the higher self, the God part of self, that divine part of you, to get the answers that you need, because we all have the answers inside of us. Just sometimes our emotions get in the way, especially when we're dealing with any type of karmic mate. Well, soulmates are karmic mates because they have the potential to teach, but it's those past life karmic mates that, have the potential to take us off our path, and, create trauma for us. All right, the underlining energy is honor. I'm going to pull another one. Hope everyone's having a good day today. Happy Saturday. Okay. Lies and illusions. Well, obviously, like, you're in connection with someone that didn't honor the connection. That's what it is. They always knew what it was. This person never felt like they were good enough for you. And I know that they might have came across as, oh no, they have a big ego. Well, anyone that pretends that they have it all together like that and has a big ego, you know that they're insecure. They're not coming from their true self. The true self is the higher self. And so, again, the lies and illusions were everything pretty much about this person's life, and so not just about this person's life, but about how they felt about you too. Why? Because they couldn't let you get close. And I say that because people that create lies and illusions, they're not going to want you to see that. They're not going to want you to see that they don't make as much money as they have, that they're not as free. I feel like you are someone that is, lives your truth, is free in that element. I don't feel like this person is. It's, again, no, if anything, they created a lot of negativity in the connection because they are negative. Any person that has a lot of spiritual blockages because they're perceiving that they're not good enough, that they don't know who they are. And I say that because no one creates illusions that, really love themselves. When we're coming from our true self, our higher self, we're loving what we're creating for ourselves, and we're becoming ourselves. This person isn't becoming themselves. They're hiding behind lies and creating illusions. And it's keeping them stuck in a place of negativity because it's how it's making them feel about themselves. There's a spiritual connection. You, again, are going to trigger this person because, hey, you're not living a phony narrative like this person is. So remember, if they want to be in your life, they would have to be true. And so, again, is there this connection? Yes, there is. What is the connection for? Well, to really give wisdom. And that wisdom is more claircognizance, which is, I don't know how I know that, but I know, and it's spiritual, and it's where this person knows what they have to do, is what I'm feeling. But instead of them dropping down into the energy that they need to, what are they doing? They're scheming and trying to create more illusions, because again, they feel inadequate. So there's a sense of needing to be perfect. They're consumed actually with thinking about you, thinking about what other people think about them. And really, it takes this person so far away from who they are. Not to mention, they don't have emotional space for you, because again, everything in their life that they create, that what that's close, turns into drama, because it's never based on truth. Imagine being with someone and thinking you're with someone that is completely not the person that you thought. All the lies and the illusions, because of their feeling of inadequacy, feelings of not good enough. And it's not to say that you should uh, go out of your way for this person, especially since they withdraw. Try and be in a relationship with someone that withdraws from you. Well, it's like, because they don't know what to say. Everything's a lie, except for really how they truly feel. But when you look and say, well, they didn't treat me well, it's not like they treated me well. And it's like, no, what happened is, again, they withdraw. And they know that that triggers you, because you're like, okay, we don't get anywhere in the relationship. I tell them what's bothering me, they withdraw. I ask them what's bothering them, they withdraw. They're not going to be emotionally intelligent. They don't want to be transparent. That says something about this person, because again, if I'm transparent and you see everything, then I'm no longer perfect. You're no longer going to believe the lie and the illusions. But the bottom line is, I feel like this person stayed away from you so long that you see right through the lies and the illusions at this point. Because why would they do that? This person doesn't know how to have a conversation. And I feel like, well, in order to get anything out of them, you always feel like it has to go into an argument. And this person, too, they're like, because they're not transparent with you enough to actually have a conversation. What happens is, it's like, well, I'm angry, I'm irritated. So I'm going to like try to irritate you so that you try to fix this. So again, this is what you see when they feel angry and irritated. They, again, need to be soothed. So if you're resonating, please give this video a like. All right. And again, you possibly felt like there was still people lingering in the back. So they weren't really giving you anything. So again, we know with this codependent behavior that this person like is codependent, relying on other people, so they are not going to be able to give you anything. And that's where the lies and the illusions are. It's like, are you single or are you not single? I feel like this person goes along and they say that they're single, but there's still part of them that's still emotionally connected to somebody else, giving to somebody else. And in that, you feel ignored, you feel not valued, you feel, and like that it hurts. If we have this connection and you're not honoring it because you choosing to stay somewhere else, and you're choosing to stay somewhere else because, hey, you don't have to rise above. Because, hey, if you're talking to me and you're giving me mixed messages, how much are you giving to that person that you're there? It's almost like you don't want to make situation. What you like is, you like that it's unfair for everyone except for yourself. It's a one-sided relationship. This person sits on the fence and, they're giving to somebody else, or making it look like they're giving to someone else, where it's like, well, then why do you want to stick around? Again, everything says the same thing. It's like, you want to be in a relationship with me, but you don't want to be in a relationship with me because you keep me out because there's still maybe somebody else lingering. And I don't really feel like there's love, but almost like responsibility. Like, this is what I should do. This is what I have to do. Almost like they've been living in dysfunction for a long time. And there's a comfortability in that. So you should be the one that it's unfair. But so again, anytime you're going to hold this person accountable, what they do is they withdraw, because they're going to say, oh, well, you're trapping me. When really, you're like, the lack of intimacy that you refuse to actually give to this connection, over time, I'm starting to like be disgusted. You're not going to make me feel powerless. You decide to stay in that connection and just check out, because you can be there without actually being there, is what you know. And it's just a way that you feel like you can dominate me because someone else is supposed dominating you, apparently, or you're just like want to be negative and stay put in a dead connection, not really give anyone anything, and just, again, like on some level, this person thinks that, oh, I have options. There's a sense they're going to stay put. They're not giving that person anything. They're not giving you anything. It's like almost waiting to see somebody to do something. And that's not a person that you want to be with. It's like, again, always trying to make you conform or make other people conform, when really you're the one that's conforming to the environment that you supposedly don't want to be in. So that's the illusion. The illusion is that you don't really want to change because you don't want to be uncomfortable, because changing would mean, moving, and it's going to cost you money, it's going to disrupt people's lives, and it's just easier for you. So you'd rather stay in a karmic contract, which means that you want me to be in a karmic contract. You want me to be connected to you where I don't get anything, that you keep me out, but I'm just kind of there. You want me to honor the connection, but you don't want to honor the connection. And so again, and so this person can't deal with the judgment. So again, they withdraw. So they have fear of change. And part of that is because what kind of life am I going to have? It's like there's some sort of codependency with whatever they are connected to. I don't really believe that it's love. I believe that is opportunity, like that, how this person is acting. Again, why? Because they're being led by fear. So they stay in an imbalanced situation because of money issues. So are they sad? Yes. But that lower energy makes them be like, well, I'm going to take risks. And then their risks are like, again, talking to other people, addictions, a lot of their inner child wounds are what's leading them. So at the end of the day, they are not honoring anybody. This person it's all about betrayal because of their illusions, because they're not being honest with anybody, is what I see here. It's like they're not even being honest with themselves. And so, I mean, they're like so terrified of being seen for who they are. See, it's better for them to keep it in a place of unfair so that you get angry, so you react, so that then they could say, see, this is why, because you react. See, this is why. Let me go check out. So it's like being in a connection with that's so one-sided, so unfair, and just so, and with both parties, like I said. So I want to see I'm going to look and see what's going to happen to this person. But I also want to see their spirit, again, hidden thorns. Like you'd have to look beyond the romance because that's what they would want, and they're really wild at heart. They don't really, they're not stable by themselves. They're relying on someone else. So it looks like they have feelings, but they don't really have feelings. They really want to be free. They want to be able to do what they want to do when they want to do it, is what I see. It's again, so I have a connection to you? Yeah, I have a connection to you, but that's not where I want to be. And I don't want to be because I'm connected to someone else. So I really can't give you that. And really, when I reflect back on my relationships, it's like they don't have a good relationship with that person. That's why they're, again, daydreaming about you, thinking about you, like giving you mixed messages. But hey, it would take a lot for this person to leave, and they don't have the resources. So it goes back to that. So what I see is, again, oh my God, it's like you, the more that you would look into this person, the more, again, down the rabbit hole. Literally, it's like this person. I just feel like it's never ending. There's just lies and illusions to cover lies and illusions. It's like, and that's the thing. It's because they can't be transparent now. So you really don't know who you're dealing with. I feel like you're seeing things from a different perception, and that there's a bigger like thing that's gonna make this person look at themselves, like the universe is actually working in your favor, and not just your favor but in the favor of this person's healing, whether they like it or not. Like, because they've backed themselves into a corner, like what they thought that they had many options. This is what they thought that they had many options, but what they're seeing is like no one's doing anything. No one's fighting for this person. Like they're just there and they're just kind of waiting at this point. I think that this person thought that you were going to react, that it was going to, that they were going to, just sit there on the fence and wait for somebody. Somebody was going to fight for them. They weren't going to do a damn thing. But what they see is no one's doing anything. No one's doing anything. There's no new beginnings. It's again, this person's needy. And what you see is that they're needy and there will be no new beginnings for this person. They really thought, well, I'm with this situation, but I'm going to be able to get out of it. No, because it's again, the cold hard truth is the fact that this person's actually being rejected by everyone. And they're being rejected because no one's getting anything. It's like you're not getting anything. That person that they're, kind of holding on to is not getting enough. They're miserable with it. And they're like, well, you're not going to use my resources because you don't have any money. Because I think that that's what this person is starting to look at. They're like, why are you connected to me? Because you're not giving me anything. Oh, it's the resources. And that's what it kept saying. So the illusion is that this person is strong on their own. They're not. So it's a one big lie. So they can't do anything for you because when they're going to come back into your life and be like, hi, I'm broke, I have nothing. You'd be like, I don't care. I don't want, I'm not the fix it crew. Like, what is this? It's time. Like this person knows that like they wasted too much time also because they really thought for sure that somebody was going to make a move. And now what they're feeling like is the time for them to make a move because, hey, you're not going to wait. It's like their little plan of sitting on the fence and having everybody fight for them blew up in their face. They finally have had that epiphany. Well, maybe no one's coming. And that's because what we saw here also was addiction. That again, they withdraw. What do you think they do when they withdraw? They're in their addictions. I don't want to think about it. So they live their own reality. And what they're seeing is they're deluded. It's like that everyone's got their number, that they already broke this. They're walking into hardship now, misfortune, because they played games with everybody. And they think that no one sees it. Everyone saw it. It's like again, the alcohol, the drugs, whatever it is that you check out, you withdraw, you don't want to hear it. And then you think that you're going to play with everyone. When meanwhile, there's no substance here. It's like, and that's what everyone sees. Wow, look at this. It's like, oh yeah, like open dishonor, humiliation. I'm telling you, because it's like, you didn't fix it. You were like, I'm not going to fix anything. I'm going to play this game and sit on the fence. That'll trigger you. You'll come for me. I won't give this person anything either. And they'll get pissed off. Everyone will fight over me. And then no one will look and see how I really acted. I mean, deluded. It's like this person had a head the size of, like the world. It's like they're being humbled. They're being disgraced. They're being open dishonored, again, like it's like bringing this person right down to their knees. They got caught for playing around. That's what they were doing, really thought again that they were the person that was on fire, like someone that was really confident. They like their illusion because, hey, you have feelings for me. This person has feelings for me, but the length that they thought everyone was going to go for them is like what is delusional, like when no one's getting anything. And so at this point, their hidden emotions come to the surface. They're aware now of what it is, but they already were in the relationship. They took it all the way to the extreme. So what we see is nothing's happening for them. They're being disgraced if they're with that person. And so part of them looking back your way is because of that. Where's your life? Where's your life? And they don't really can't even come back to you because again, what are they going to say? Everything was a lie. I was holding on to somebody else because I don't have my shit together. I made it look like I had my shit together, but I don't. And now I'm broke and I'm going to live off you. No one's going to, you know what I mean? That's why I'm saying this person's disgraced. They're embarrassed. They don't know what to do. And you can say, well, good, fucking serves them right. Or you can say, oh, I feel bad. You know, it's collective reading, but it doesn't matter. What matters is why did you attract this person into your life? Like, I mean, if they're not going to give anything, you know, if you're happy with not getting anything, I mean, this person is wounded and they're going to be wounded because they're being humbled. They're being disgraced. Again, whatever, because that person is like, you're not holding on to me to live off me. That's not happening. And when you're not going to like actually be in a relationship with me, it's like, I don't know what you're doing. You don't love me. You want my stuff. You want like my resources. You want whatever it is. So you could say again, why did I attract this person into my life if they have absolutely nothing to give? I understand. I think that this person does have feelings. I just think that they played it wrong. Number one, wonder. We look at the inner child wounds. Two, crafts and creativity. Neglect, suppression, anger, and oppression. So we always look at the inner child wounds to see what was the karmic theme that continues to play out. Why do you keep attracting like who you would attract into your life? Especially when you're like, okay, so the person was a loser. Like pretty much that's how it'll make you feel. They stayed sitting there on the fence waiting for everyone to fight for them. No one did anything. So now they lose out on everything. Why did I attract that? And Spirit says, well, again, because when you were growing up, you were around somebody that wasn't very nice. And I say that because look at that oppression, keeping you down, making you feel like you don't have a right, that you're not good enough, you don't have enough, you're not. It's again, we see suppression and neglect also. And when we look at that, Spirit says the anchor is a parent, is what keeps us rooted. So if you didn't get the nurturing and the love because, hey, like my parents were working or they were in a dysfunctional relationship or there was alcoholism, again, whatever the excuse was, well, then, you know, any little thing that I did, like I was oppressed because my parent could not deal with what else was going on in their life. Or you can say, well, I always wanted to go into the arts. I always wanted to go into, and my parents were like, no, you will not. You will get an education. You will do this. You will do that. Whatever idea that you have, we're not doing that. We're going to do this. So you weren't really allowed to nurture that. And I say that again because we pulled neglect. We pulled neglect. So again, no support. And then the crafts and creativity to me is your unique individuality, who you perceive you are when you look in the mirror. Where's your passion for life? Doesn't mean that you didn't go to school. Doesn't mean that you didn't, you know, learn a skill, but is it fulfilling? Do you feel like it's your soul's purpose? Are you living it to the extent that you want to live it? If it is, no. And Spirit says, because there's a lot that you don't know about within yourself, within the world, to go out and again, find yourself, the wonders of the world, find the wonders within you, your real creativity, again, your hobbies, your interests, your passions, again, who you are by becoming yourself because you weren't allowed to. It's again, someone said no. And again, sometimes it was just, they said, I listen, back in our day that we went to college and we did things this way. We got married at this age and it was a successful life. And then you try to follow that format and that's still considered suppression. Again, like I'm not going to be supported again unless I do that. It's again the neglect, but Spirit says you neglected yourself. You suppressed that part of yourself because you didn't nurture it. So we're not going to give time to someone that's sitting on the fence. It's again, look, they fucked up. It's like they can cry all they want. Oh, yeah, my person is not. They sat on the fence. that tells you who they are, what they're capable of. That, well, I'm going to sit back and let everyone fight for me. The Spirit says, now it's time to pour into yourself. Now it's like the love you wanted this person to give you, give to yourself. Because this is what's missing. This is what's going to fulfill you emotionally. This is what's going to sustain you through difficult times. This is what's going to give you like all the support that you need, because when you're doing what you love and becoming yourself, you are meeting people. You are attracting situations and experiences that are going to grow you and heal you, as long as you are like going on your soul's calling, listening to the whisper of your soul, always align your actions with your values, come from a higher state of consciousness, everything that's derived from unconditional love. So again, you can only do that by becoming love, by doing what you love. Then the universe conspires to bring you the right people into your life. This person wasn't a good person. It's again, the Spirit says, first of all, some situations help you flow with grace, navigate through the difficulties. It's all about being strong within yourself, not creating a strong environment, because we don't have control over the environment. We try to control the environment. That means we're codependent, we're fearful, and we're going to flow with grace. And that's through our second chakra, again, through our passion, our unique individuality, have a love affair with ourselves. So the universe, again, is going to bring us the right people in our life. So it's going to require to go into the unknown. Again, so you see yourself differently. You can't heal in the same place that you got sick. Again, and have the courage to act from a place of love instead of fear. You can do that if you're becoming the energy of love. Doesn't mean, hey, I love this person, so let me, because you're a little imbalanced. Spirit says the balance comes from having a good connection to source and other people and your physical body. That grounding is what was limiting, and that's what this person wanted to do. Wanted to keep you all up in your head, get you jealous, fight for them, create all this drama. So, hey, they wouldn't have to do any work at all. You would be so nervous that you would get them out of their situation and you would save the day for them. It's like, yeah, because somewhere someone did that for them, possibly a very long time ago. And they were like, well, let me try this trick. And it didn't work. And Spirit saying, yeah, because they're delusional. And now it's time for you to create yourself, because it's going to help you transform whatever that fragmented energy was that you grew up with, where you were suppressed, where you don't really know yourself. So again, you're like, well, I'm not deserving of it. If you were suppressed and oppressed, I was neglected. I have that love is conditional as long as I did. And Spirit says, no, love is unconditional. It just is. That's why we meet past life karmic mates out there. Is a love, but it's like that person is so off. And Spirit says, yeah, but understand it's because you're off. Imbalance goes to imbalance, even if it's you just haven't poured enough into yourself and to actually live the life that you're like, hey, I'm actually seeing the life that I want to create. And that only happens from being in your body, seeing God work through you, through gut, intuition, inner knowing. And when the student is ready, the teacher appears, that you're not in charge of how you get there, that the universe is continuously bringing you everything that conspires to awaken the wonders within inside of you. It's like the Air Spirit saying, you need to do more for you. It's like, because this person didn't give enough. And that's the theme. You never get enough. But again, you have to do it for yourself. Once you do it for yourself, the Spirit can't be any clearer. It's like, it's all about you. It's all about you right now. Nobody else. That's it. Allow serenity to reign in you. The love that you have for yourself invites harmony to settle within your being. You listen and honor and strive to fulfill the needs of your own soul so that you become whole and you can attract everything that you want, because that person was just a reflection of like the lack from not creating that part of yourself. So it wasn't really spiritual block. It's just, it was, well put that energy. Well, there's just nothing there. So again, it's considered as negative when really Spirit says, no, you just haven't like gone out and explored. So you've only been living one narrative. But we are many different people once you go out into life and you meet people and you have a love affair with yourself. That's the whole point. It transcends the limitations of your mind because the universe, like I said, is always going to bring you things to help heal you, change you, and create evolution for you because it wants you to revert back to your original energy of unconditional love. We're born into families, societies that give us blocks, and you're going to transform. This person helped you transform, even though we see, oh my God, such a low energy. And the Spirit says, but that's what it took for you to awaken what your worth was. And if you're having a love affair with yourself, finding the wonders within you, the wonders in the world, you wouldn't entertain that person because you'd be like, they don't give enough. They're not emotionally fulfilling. Let me see. I can go travel the world and meet this person, or imagine I can meet that person and have a love affair with them, or I can stay here with this person that doesn't want to do anything. It's like clearly you would go for the later because you're like, I have option. Spirit says you didn't have a love affair with yourself, so you don't even know what your options are. So again, and you're making judgment where judgment shouldn't be. Because I don't make mistakes, God says. I don't. You're looking at that situation yourself wrong, and there's many different realities that play it at one time. This person helped you see how you were, perceiving yourself wrong because you're like, wait a minute, I deserve more than that. And Spirit says, exactly. I gave you free will, but look what you're choosing because you're not aware. That's the whole point for these negative karmic connections. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a point. It's to help us evolve. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel. It's good karma. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.